Good morning, class. So we just viewed a lot of different art that came from China, and a lot of it was very natural. So we're going to be practicing our own inspired Chinese art painting. I'm going to fold my paper in half because I'm going to practice two different styles. I'm going to do one side, I'm going to stick with mostly bamboo and things that don't necessarily have flowers, maybe some grass. And the other side I'm going to do flowers and vines. So I'm going to start with the bamboo. Get my brush wet. They did a lot of ink, so I'm going to work mostly with my black watercolor. Now to start your bamboo, it is best just to do the bamboo segments is in like little segments. So I do up, up, and they don't always stand tall. Your bamboo can stand tall. And my brush is kind of running out of water, but I think I like the effect. So I just did a lot of little segments. I do need a little bit more water now, so I'm going to get more water, get more ink. And it's all about brush control. So I want to start hard and then lift up soft. And that's how I'm going to get some of my bamboo leaves. So maybe I'm not going to start on the bottom totally. Maybe I'll do some bamboo leaves over there. And at some point I'm like, oh, maybe I do need more water. But it looks cool when it's dry brushed. That's what you're seeing right now. I've got my brush and it's drier, so it gets a little rougher. So don't be afraid to try what dry brush looks like. I think that looks like a pretty cool bamboo stalk. I've got room for another one, so I could do another one over here. Notice how it's pointy on the end. Alright, now when I've got my bamboo done, I like that. The other side, I'm going to practice doing my flowers. Now, for the vine of the flowers, they also used black. They didn't necessarily use green as like the vine part. So I'm going to start. Maybe it could be more like the bark part, because a lot of times it would be trees, like a cherry tree was a very popular one. Get more water. I'm just going to draw the branches to start. I'm doing a line, I'm stopping, I'm going to make it into a Y. And then we did our leaves in the fall. It's the same kind of thing. So fall trees. So I have a Y and I'm going to add another Y onto it. I can add another Y onto here. Another Y. Now it's time to add some flowers. The cherry blossoms that they did would frequently be pink. If you do the red, it'll look pretty light colored. It was like a reddish pink. And a lot of times it was more stippling. The dotted pattern is how they got the cherry blossoms. And we're not like pressing it down so that my brush is like, ugh, gross. That's going to hurt my brush. I'm going to get it wet so it doesn't hurt it. We're going to be gentle, so. And get some cherry blossoms using some stippling. Now this also I think looks pretty cool once the water has kind of come out of the brush a little bit and it becomes more dry brush. I'm just putting some flowers on the end of each of my Ys, maybe around the sides. Get a little more water or more paint. And in some of those dry areas, I'm going to go over it with a darker color. I got that darker color because I didn't get more water, I just got more paint that time. Now That looks nice. If you wanted to add more flowers, you could do that too. If you want to, you can add some leaves. Sometimes you'll see leaves. Don't go crazy with the green. I need some more paint. That is not very dark. But you could do some of the same way those bamboo leaves were done, little pointy edges. I'd only do a couple leaves around each flower area. And that adds a little bit more color. I'm using a very small brush because this is very detailed work. Paint can be very frustrating because if you mess up, it's really hard to fix it sometimes. But you know what? It's okay. This is our practice day, so this is the day you want to make mistakes. Make as many mistakes as you want. If you don't like it, you can always get a new half paper. I've got plenty of half papers. I want you to experiment and try this out. I don't want you to give up right away, but I do want you to keep on, to not be afraid. You know, it's okay if we make mistakes. Keep trying. We've got more paper. We can keep on working on it. I want you to find one of these that you feel really comfortable doing. All right? Your turn to get started.